Oh boy, Comics Plus, what's going on? Akasan here, your man, the guy in the sky, the comic news once again. We haven't had much to really talk about in worlds of comics. People have been wondering if there's superhero fatigue going on with the Marvels bombing at the box office, unfortunately. Little to no interest in Aquaman 2 coming out, pre-sales historically very, very low right now. But there's that discussion going on, but there's something else I wanted to bring to attention here. And might be headline busy, buzzworthy, just clickbait sort of title-ish style. But Taika Waititi has a article here with Variety, one of the big newspapers here. And the title here is Taika Waititi had no interest in directing a Marvel movie, took on Thor Ragnarok because he was poor and it was a great opportunity to feed his kids. Now, first and foremost, that doesn't bother. I'm like, okay, whatever. Clickbait, whatever. I mean, look, directors got to direct, right? Writers got to write, right? And that that makes sense. But you know, Taika has been in the news quite often the last couple of weeks, just with the most clickbaity sort of titles to get people upset or angry. He wants to make a Star Wars that's going to piss people off and everything. And I'm laughing right now because the first comment here on Twitter is Taika's PR manager right now. Stop saying words. Like, for reals, dude. Like, he has really just been pissing people off left and right now. So I'm just going to go ahead and read this article and see if there's something in clickbait. If it's just clickbait or if it's something more, because we got to talk about this, man. Why don't we just go switch over to the Ragnarok, the reactor section here. So here we go. Taika Waititi revealed on a new episode of the Smartless podcast that he had no interest in joining the MCU, Marvel Cinematic Universe, as director. The filmmaker has directed two MCU movies, 2017's Thor Ragnarok, which is widely considered one of the best Marvel movies, and 2022's Thor Love and Thunder, which is one of the franchise's most polarizing. The Oscar winner said he originally accepted the Ragnarok gig for money as he had just had his second child. You know what? I had no interest in doing one of those films, Waititi said. It wasn't on my plan for my career as an amateur, as an auteur. But I was poor and I just had a second child, and I thought, you know what? This would be a great opportunity to feed these children. I hate when people say that, but okay, whatever. And Thor, this is the part that kind of annoyed me. And Thor, let's face it, it was probably the least popular franchise. Black Widow, Hawkeye would say others, right? Okay, he continued. I never read Thor comics as a kid. That was the comic I'd pick up and I'd be like, And then I did some research on it and I read one Thor comic, or 18 pages or however long they are, and I was still baffled by this character. Yeah. So the reason I get kind of annoyed about this kind of situation is like it's fine. Look, if that's his honest conversation, if that's his honest opinion, then that's fine. He came in, he did 1 out of 2 good Thor movies, right? And it's bouncing. That's fine, right? But the issue I have here is the fact that first and foremost, there was so much goodwill put into Taika when Ragnarok was coming out. James Gunn was pushing him a lot and just saying how good it is. You know, we had the whole Asgardians of the Galaxy situation. He has been, you know, everybody really liked him and everybody really praised him. And then he has been part of the Marvel 10 years of Marvel roundtable. You know, he's sitting there with James Gunn. He's sitting there with Josh. I think maybe Josh wasn't in that roundtable. Feige, and just being one of those architectural people that were so important to the fun, the entertaining part of the MCU, right? But it just seems that after putting out Love and Thunder, and yeah, basically getting trashed on with his style, it seems like he's kind of like smitten now. Now he's just kind of butt hurt and just kind of coming out and like saying whatever is what. Now we're starting to get the true feeling here, and it just feels very disingenuous for the fans that have become fans of his because of Ragnarok and maybe Thor Love and Thunder, that now it's kind of like, well, damn, man, that's kind of fucked up. You know what I mean? Let's continue. Exactly. Spitting in fans' faces because of people critique Love and Thunder. Yep, exactly. It's just like, damn, man, well, that's kind of messed up. So, Ragnarok, when asked if Marvel executives were scared to bring him in, Waititi answered, "I think there was no place left for them to go with that. I thought, well, they've called me in. This is really the bottom of the barrel." I don't know if he's trying to be funny. But that's actually kind of funny. All right. Thor Ragnarok ended up earning critical acclaim and $853 million at the worldwide box office. Love and Thunder topped out at a still strong $760 million worldwide. Waititi recently told Business Insider that he will most likely not return to direct another Thor movie because his slate is booked for the next 6 or so years. "I know that I won't be involved," he said about Thor 5 directing duties. "I'm going to concentrate on these other films that I've signed on for, but I love Marvel. I love working with them. I love Chris. I would never feel like they are cheating on me," Waititi added, noting that he would have no ill will if Marvel goes ahead and hires another writer-director for a 5th Thor movie. "We're in an open relationship, and it's like if they want to see other people, I'm happy for that. I'd still get back into bed with them one day." Wow. Hemsworth told Entertainment Weekly over the summer that nothing is official regarding his Marvel return. He wants a potential Thor 5 to be unpredictable, but he also doesn't want to risk playing Thor for so long that Marvel fans start rolling their eyes. I got news for you, Chris. I got news for you. Them eyes have been rolling already. Anyway, I've got to be careful how I word that because I have no idea what's happening in the next phase, Hemsworth said. "There's always conversations. Before anything is official, people are throwing around ideas. But officially, I do not know." Thor Love and Thunder turned off some Marvel fans with its goofy humor. Hemsworth told GQ that the crew had too much fun making the movie and it just became too silly. Yeah, you don't say. You don't say. In the Thor Love and Thunder, the official movie special book, Waititi teased that he would do what he would do with a potential 5th Thor movie. What's left for him to do? What is left to do for him? Oh, it's got to be something that feels like it's carrying on with the evolution of the character, but is still in a very fun way and still giving him things to come up against that feel like they're building on the obstacles that he has to overcome, Waititi said. "I don't think we can have a villain that's weaker than Hela. I feel that we need to step it up from there and add a villain that's somehow more formidable. All of the Thor movies are now available to stream on Disney+. So, what it really sounds like, it just sounds like he's Taika is just kind of taking a piss for the most part. And as I kind of I thought it was kind of clickbaity. Variety wants you to get upset. talk about this stuff. It sounds like he's just kind of like whatever, right? Like he might be partially joking, he might be kind of serious that yeah he took on the movie or whatever. But I don't think hiring him is bottom of the barrel, to be honest. And so that's what makes me think that he's kind of just taking the piss right now, because he is a very well, like, the thing I remember the most, and this is why I'm just like, like maybe he's just kind of having fun with it or whatever, which is kind of the problem with some of his work as of late. But when they were doing Thor Ragnarok, there was a behind the scenes situation that they were talking about, and how Taika was using this kind of situation where you swing the lights around and the light source gets swung around very slowly or whatever, and you do a slow motion camera, right? And that was what his inspiration was to get that the Valkyrie Hela shot, right? And I remember seeing this behind the scenes, and it showed that he was a very serious director when it comes to his actual craft. Love and Thunder, outside of the this is almost like very similar to a Zack Snyder situation, where visually everything looks great. It's just the actual storytelling is weak. With Taika, the storytelling is just too loose, too goofy, not really. It seems more like a Saturday Night Live skit than an actual movie, right, with stake in the game. But with Love and Thunder, every scene Kristen Bell was in was phenomenal. That black and white planet, when everything went black and white and all that, it was great, right? It's just that after a while you lost track of things, and it stopped being, you didn't really care anymore, right? So it's definitely disingenuous for him to say something like this, but it speaks larger volumes into a way of this whole situation of superhero fatigue. When these products are not doing well, and it's not a superhero fatigue, it's just a Marvel fatigue. When these products are not doing well, and movies are bombing left and right, are underperforming on Disney Plus and what have you not, the last thing you need is for the actual creative team coming here and talking shit about their projects that they've worked on and saying how they didn't even want to do it. If you have your former staff and such working on saying things like this, if they're not even believing in the projects that they're putting out, then why should the fan base, right? So, Feige up here just like Feige is up here like, let's hire. Her name escapes me right now, but let's go ahead and hire the Miss Marvel girl, the actress. Let's get her in on this, because she seems like she's the only capable staff member outside of Kevin Feige that knows what they're doing and knows how important the Marvel universe is and the MCU is, man. Let's get her in her apprenticeship role so she can take on the next generation, because, man, yeah, for reals, Iman, we're ready for you. She seems like the only one that knows what they're doing right now. Red Nation, stand up, speak up. Let me know what you guys think. How is this affecting? Do you care, honestly, what Taika is saying? I do, honestly. If he's really doing the Star Wars movies, I'd rather him not, to be honest. I'd rather him not. I heard that, I believe Gareth Edwards is rumored to be directing Thor 5. That'd be dope. But, earlier I was interviewed by somebody in terms of a large news publication, and they wanted my professional opinion on the idea of superhero fatigue. And one of the questions they asked me was just like, at what point do you think it was where the fan base, you guys, sort of turned off? You were just like, yeah, you know what? Maybe I'm okay with Marvel. Like, it's not the same anymore, right? And I told them for me personally, I think it was more or less Wakanda Forever. After Wakanda Forever, I was like that. But I remember, now that I really think about it, I remember Thor Love and Thunder. There was already shades where I'm like, but I was like, yo, if they got Bell in a MCU movie, like, he doesn't make bad movies. I was like, yo, this is it. This is, like, I think for me, that was it. I was like, look, every other movie that's come out, every other, like, post Avengers movie, like, it's been pretty rough, right? But Thor's my guy. One of the original Avengers. You can't mess this up, and they messed it up, right? So I think for me, that was kind of like that was like, after that, all the hype dissipated a lot. So I don't know. Let me know in the comments below, and we'll talk to you in the next video. Peace.